Back here, sorry about that. We have overtime. This overtime brought to you by OMP Wrestling Club. There's Pletcher in on that dump, defending it off. There he is, back in on it again. Short time, 12 seconds. Pletcher gets the 2. There it is, 2. Jack Pletcher, your champ at 152 pounds. Little front double by to flex to his family, high up top. Great overtime match there, G. Hey, we'll return with the 100. No, we're going to keep it right here. Producer Dan says we're going to keep it right here. Big one right there. Big one right there.
Big win right there, you know. And the thing of it was, you know, Kranitz kept going back to Pletcher's wheelhouse. You know, he's got that beautiful shot there and just stayed in that position. You know, and sometimes when you go to your opponent's wheelhouse, you know, they make you pay.
Hey, we're going to take it over to Hannah, who has our champion at 152 pounds, Jack Pletcher. Go ahead, Hannah.
Jack, you had to really fight that one out at the end there in overtime. Kranitz, a guy you've wrestled time and time again in the practice room. How were you able to fight it out and get that last takedown in overtime in the final seconds?
You know, I just knew if I just kept pushing, I just kept after a high pace, I knew I could eventually score and break them. That's what I did.
And to get your first county title and your first finals, how rewarding does this feel right now?
Oh, it feels great. You know, I've been working really hard. So, I mean, just one piece at a time now, you know.
You're one of 8 that Latrobe has in the semis. First one to get the job done. How exciting is it to have a team this dominant this year?
Oh, my God, it's great because we all love each other. You know, we all have a good time. And, you know, we all try to make each other better in the practice room and just in our everyday lives, just being a better person.
Absolutely. Well, it's paying off. Congratulations. Go celebrate this one, man. Guys, back to you.
All righty. Thanks, Hannah. Congratulations to Jack. Enzo Morlacki, Wesley Stahl. Enzo trying to limp arm out, but Wesley's got the Merkel, Flick's favorite move, locked up. He's going to try to bring it all the way back. Enzo trying to pop his head out. There's going to be some discussion about no 2 here. Lots of discussion. Might have blood. So I think we're going to have blood time and a discussion. Yep, Coach Heater wants the 2 points waved off. They're going to address the blood first, and rightfully so. They'll get to the discrepancy in the scoring. Saw Enzo in his semifinal match, and you see he got the gauze in his lip there. He was bleeding really, really good down there on mat number 1 with Marky K, and it looks like it sprung another leak. Coach Heater out there getting them cleaned up, and they have a team of cleaners out there cleaning up the mat.
So I know, you know, Coach Heater was arguing with the takedown. I mean, Stahl was in that Merkel position.
And the weight was on the hands.
Weight was on the hands.
Yeah.
I mean,
it wasn't long, but it was there.
I mean, granted, Morlacki came back up to his feet, and I think maybe that's what they're thinking then when the 2 was awarded. But
well, there's only 38 seconds going, so plenty of wrestling left here.
So it looks like now he's waving it off.
He is waving it off, okay.
After they talked about it.
AJ Brentsel, Travis McKillop, the coaches over in the green corner.
Which, like I said, I mean, we both saw it. The weight was on the hands, and in that position, that's the takedown.
Yeah. Coach Keebler, Coach Heater in the Kiski corner. Good shot of Coach Brentsel with his wrestler, Wes Stahl. There's blood pretty much all over the mat, so he must have been leaking for a while there. Over on mat 3, 5th place, Connor Johnson up 2-1 over Connor Chalinsky of Hempfield. I believe that is 3rd place, correct? That's what they said over there? No, 5th.
While we're in applause, we ask that all teams and fans please check around your area and make sure you pick up any garbage, water bottles, food wrappers, food.
So I'm looking around the gym, and are there no trainers here in the gym? Or is he?
No, that is the only trainer they have right here today. I know he was talking about a shortage in trainers amongst everything else going on.
I mean, he's the only high school trainer here for Kiski?
They are partnered with, I believe, Nova Healthcare, and he's been having challenges getting.
But what about other trainers from other high schools?
That's not, well, I don't know that they bring them here because I believe it is the host school's responsibility.
Well, you do know, I was thinking this down on mat 3. I was like, well, I remember when I coached, we had the kit. The kit.
You were the trainer.
You had the kit. You had your little fanny pack filled with gauze and all types of stuff, tape, all types of stuff you would need.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
plugs, tape, whatever you needed.
Yeah, this is craziness. I mean,
Indeed,
but I guess
it is.
if there's a shortage, I guess there's a shortage.
As I said it earlier, there was so much blood in that semifinal round that if the blood bank had it all, they'd be set for the next year. They're still shopping around for blood out there. Again, to all our novice viewers, this is not normally how it is. It's not like an MMA fight out there. It just sometimes it happens, and it happened today. Well, thank you again for joining us for the 68th Annual Westmoreland County Coaches Association Wrestling Tournament presented by our good friends over at Busy Beaver. Westmoreland County's Neighborhood Home Improvement Center. We have a new store opening on March 1st in Delmont, Pennsylvania, the old movie theater. Visit our stores in New Ken, Irwin, Mount Pleasant, and the True Value in Latrobe today. Visit busybeaver.com for more details. All right, here we go. Minute 15, we are scoreless. They waved off the 2. Nice elbow pass into a single leg, trying to step all the way across. Now Enzo's trying to step over the top. He's got that back leg hooked. West goes head hunting. He might have a little bit of something happening here, but able to, no, he keeps his knees in. Is that 2? No, not yet. Nice scramble by Enzo. Enzo headed to Lehigh University. Great scrambling right there. I thought West had the 2. But quickly hip icing out of there was Enzo Morlacki.
Enzo ranked 7th in the state AAA. Stahl digging in those underhooks, trying to jack Morlacki up here with short time on the clock.
Sisters 1 and 2 seed, trying to go with a barrel roll into a dump is Morlacki, and he's going to get the 2 points. Strikes first, 30 seconds remaining, first period. This is our third bout of 13 finals. But don't go anywhere at the end because we will have our Quest School of Wrestling post-final show. Complete recap of the finals and a final team race, some interviews. Enzo has that long short boot in on the left side, cranking that power half. Short time out of bounds they go. 3 seconds still on the clock. Get a fresh start. So look at that 2-point takedown right there, courtesy of that barrel roll. It's going to be top man. Nope. No, they are going to go red. Enzo gets a false start. That's how the first period went. We'll move to the second. It's going to be Red's choice. Enzo is told to go down now, no defer. Typically they'll defer, but I think Coach Heater wants to get points on the board. And I agree with that. You know, Stahl's in a situation he's never been in. He's in the county finals. Enzo, more of a veteran here. Throw more points up and try to take the wind out of Stahl's sails. I agree with it. Enzo up to his feet. Lift mat return there by Stahl. Nice job by Morlacki. Like a cat, came back down on his feet, able to cut away for the 1-point escape. Makes it 3-0, Morlacki. Little misdirect into a low leg single. Had it, Enzo jumped out of it. Shot there by Morlacki. Half shot there, and then West takes one, and Enzo made him pay for it. Just a snap down, block, back hook, go behind.
Now I want to point this out. Once Stahl's weight was on his hands, it was awarded a takedown right away.
Yeah.
But earlier in the first period, it wasn't.
For sure.
You got to be consistent here, with these calls. You have to be consistent.
I concur. 5-0, the lead for Morlacki. He's on top, navy blue singlet, red anklets. If you look at the scoreboard on your screen, you'll see a red and a green box. That'll let you know who is wearing what ankle band. Stahl trying to pull Morlacki over the top, gets in on that single. Morlacki getting a little bit sloppy on top. 40 seconds remain. Second period, now he's trying to get some back points. Stahl able to get himself a 2-point reversal at the edge, but then another 2-point reversal and some near fall for Morlacki. Going to be 2 and 2 and 2. So, yeah, Coach Brentzel throwing his hands up in the air, a little bit confused. So Stahl was awarded 2. Morlacki got him into a Peterson, which is what you saw right there. It's going to be a second false start on Morlacki. Morlacki also able to get 2 near fall. The lead now 9-2. Right to the ankle. It's a good shot of Coach Eater and Coach Keebler on. Well, you can't really see Coach Keebler, but he's on the other side. Morlacki getting high with the legs, trying to stretch out Stahl. Stahl trying to step off of the legs. You see he's trying to get his knees inside. He's shaking, and he does pop out the back door for a 2-point reversal, make it 9-4, under 10 to go, second period. It'll be Stahl's choice in the third.
Stahl's going to be able to take this momentum into the third period, and he's digging his way back into this match.
And you got to watch these kind of guys. They'll dig right back into the point. You ain't getting your hand raised at the end of it.
Yeah, and you heard Coach McKillop over there say, hey, we're still in this. You're fine. Just keep wrestling.
Yep.
Keep wrestling, you see. And he went and got a reversal back.
Looking for another reversal. Took that switch. Nice float job. And I'll tell you, Enzo's rushing those legs in, I feel like. Now he's got it locked in, the high boot on the left side. He rushed it in the last time, and you saw Wesley able to sneak out the back door. Now he's got that left hip off of the ground, and this spells trouble for West. Now he can start to work that tilt across. He's got to improve here, though, because Mr. Lloyd will call stalemate very quick, and in these championship finals, I would too. There it is. Stalemate called. $1.50 left in the final period. And we may have...
Checking that blood out again.
Checking it out, just making sure. They're going to clean them up. No blood time, just clean up. We'll take a quick break.
Clean up, just clean up. We need a towel.
The OMP system is designed to help enhance wrestling skills for athletes all over Western Pennsylvania and Eastern Ohio. Our techniques teach wrestlers to develop muscle memory in a wide range of areas in order to connect multiple skills together from moderate to advanced. We strive not only to develop better wrestlers, but also better students and teammates with life lessons that will outlast their days on the mat. Above all, it is our passion that sets OMP apart from the other clubs. For more, check us out at ompwrestlingclub.com.
All right, here we go. They got him cleaned up. Morlacki on top, minute 22, counting down. Morlacki throws in the double boots, trying to stretch Stahl out again. We saw this earlier. This is where Stahl was able to shake, get his knees inside. Morlacki fell off the top. Stahl trying to buck up again. He's got one hand up on the neck, trying to pull. And there it is, another 2-point reversal, makes it 9-6. Under a minute to go. Yep, Stahl's going to have to cut him.
Enzo's holding on to his wrist
yeah,
underneath
he is stalling red. That's his first stall call. Wants to get out there and run that half. He whipped it in front. Drives Morlacki out of bounds. Stahl going to cut him, give him the 1-point escape. That'll make it 10-6.
Stahl's going to have to go here. Enzo does have that stall call.
For sure. Looking for a dump is Stahl. Goes with that cross ankle pick. Enzo's going to whizzer down hard, 2 hip to hip. Stahl trying to step all the way across, see if he can get that boot in. They're clearly out of bounds. Now Tim blows him dead. 18 seconds. Morlacki does have that stall call. Right off the whistle, single leg shot by Stahl. He's in on the right leg of Morlacki, 12 counting down. And that will do it. Time expires. Enzo Morlacki, your champ at 160 pounds. Keep it right here. We'll be back with 172 pounds on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Back here on the Westmoreland Sports Network, out there now, Sam Snyder of Latrobe in the all-white singlet. Says Snyder on the back. According to George, he's wearing the red ankle band. Logan Hoffman in green. He's from Bell Vernon and in the black and white singlet. But real quick, Hannah Mears was able to catch up with 152-pound champion, 160-pound champion in Enzo Morlacki. Hannah, over to you.
Yeah, well, first off, Enzo just stole George's Gatorade over here, so hopefully George can hold off for a couple seconds. It wasn't opened for anyone concerned. But Enzo, my gosh, you're beaten, you're bloody. We were talking before the finals. You said, I can't even remember my county tournaments, but what are you going to remember about this match in particular?
I remember I try to take into account all the things that I could have done better at and try to take that into the practice room on the next day. Never want to sit there and focus on how good you did. It's important, but I think what's more important is to know what you did wrong and be humble enough to accept your failures and accept the things you must work on to get to the next level. So.
Well, hey, you can accept the fact that you just won your first county title. Hey, I have to ask, though, what's the next video we might be seeing from you, you creative mind?
I will be leaving here directly after I get that wonderful sweatshirt they're giving out over there and heading right down to West Virginia. Follow the YouTube channel, Enzo Everything. On Thursday will be the first video, so you'll see my day in the life at West Virginia University. So.
All right, always working this man, on the mat and off, guys. Back to you. Congratulations, Enzo.
Thanks, Hannah. Congratulations, Enzo. Safe travels down to West Virginia for your YouTube video. Logan Hoffman out of Bell Vernon strikes first with that takedown, and he's looking to go to work here on top with this bar out of the left side. Snyder doing a good job fighting it off. Hoffman captures that wrist on the other side. He's got the shoulder driven in the ear, takes a peek at the clock. Short time remaining. Give it up to Snyder for fighting off that bar because I thought he was going to be able to at least get two out of it, G.
Yeah, I mean, Snyder did a great job fighting it off. You know, it was short time on the period, but
flip of the disc goes to Green, and Hoffman's going to go down. Hoffman, one of those stud Leopard football team guys. Made it to the WPL championships against Aliquippa, where they weren't so fortunate there, but all WPIL honors for Logan Hoffman, a great linebacker.
Logan Hoffman ranked 19th PIAA rankings by none other than Jeff Upston.
Our good friend Jeff Upston up at PA Power. Thank you for all that you do. Hoffman able to come to his feet, turn and face, get a one-point escape. He's trying to bounce out of this front head and arm, looking to cut the corner. He gets to the ankle and spins around easily for the two-point takedown, 5-0. Under a minute and a half. He's got a one-on-one on the left side. See if he comes back to that bar. Much activity from Snyder down low, and one of the reasons for that is Hoffman is doing a great job with forward pressure, staying on his toes, not on his knees. He's trying to dig out that bar. You can see him trying to yank it out. Gonna circle back around and retreat, go to plan B. Plan A doesn't work, you've got B, C, and D in there.
Yeah, Snyder's got to get to work down there, or he's going to get hit for stalling.
Yeah, for sure. Bryson Robinson gets himself a third place spot on the podium with a fall over Hall. nearing a half minute in the middle period. 5-0. See if Hoffman jumps out there and throws that half on the right side. Maybe going to switch over here and try. Nope, he's going to try to high leg over. Try to get the hips turned. If you can turn a wrestler's hips, you have much more of a higher chance of getting him to go to his back. If his hips are laying there flat, I mean, I guess it's just basic physics of it, right, G?
It is, yeah, and I'm surprised that there hasn't been that warning yet. I mean, this is the first time in the second period that he has his hips up off the mat.
Yeah, for sure. 5-0. Hoffman takes the lead to the third. It'll be Snyder's, and he very wisely takes neutral. See if Hoffman goes to work on his feet. Struck early in the first period with a takedown to take the lead and has never given it up. Got an underhook on the left side. Now he's got double underhooks. He's going to block back hook, go behind. And just like that, it's now 7-0. So a little bit of overwhelming action and movement from Logan Hoffman. If you're curious about the team race, I would have to assume that Latrobe has it locked up with 14 points. Hempfield second, 171. Kiski area 151.5. Penn Trafford fourth, 148. Franklin Regional just 6 points behind them in fifth with 142. Again, stay with us for the Quest School of Wrestling post-final show, interviews, full final recap. Go through all the top six at each weight class. Hoffman grinding on that short boots from the left side, takes a peek up off of the clock, up at the clock. 50 seconds remain, 7-0. He's going to try to punch that right shoulder under. He's trying to turn that left hip up. He's got it up off of the mat. Nice job by Snyder to get his knee back up inside, get out of those legs, and try to get up to his base, somewhere he hasn't been at all since he's been on the bottom. You've got to get to your base. But Hoffman's been relentless on top, just an absolute hammer, throwing that short boot again on the left side.
And the thing with it, too, is, one, you have to make attempts to come up to your base until you got to open up on the bottom.
Sure.
You know, if you're laying there elbows in, clammed in, I mean, that is definition of stalling.
Yeah, it's not parterre, it's in freestyle. Short time here for Logan Hoffman.
Because in this case, I mean, Hoffman's working, right? You know, he's doing everything he can to try to work for the fall, but
didn't happen. Logan Hoffman with a 7-0 shutout. Your Bell Vernon Leopard champion at 172. We'll be back with 189 on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
I've been in Young Guns a long time. I've been within the room with some really good guys in college now, and I'm excited to see them come back and help them with some of the camps we're going to be going to.
I've been going to these camps my whole life. I've jumped levels. The stuff I learned there, I use every single day.
Collision Shop by Jason Mignone is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered on both passenger and heavy-duty vehicle repairs, including scratches, scrapes, and dents, free estimates, body repairs, welding, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our all-new alignment and calibration shop has the tooling, equipment, and staffing to ensure top-quality alignment and calibration adjustments for your vehicle. Our friendly office staff is more than happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit the Collision Shop by Jason for our complete list of services.
Alongside G, I am Smitty, and we're going to take it over to Hannah. She's got 172-pound champion Logan Hoffman. Go ahead, Hannah.
Yeah, guys, and this is Logan's first county title. All smiles when he walked over here. Logan, hearing your name now as county champion, how rewarding is it?
It's great. I put a lot of work into it in the off season. It just feels good.
Pretty successful football season as well. Now moving that into the wrestling season. Similar goals lined up, might I ask?
Yeah, definitely aiming for states. Hopefully the place the states too. Same thing as football. We just didn't get there.
Absolutely, but a dominating 7-0 victory. Really working on top there towards the end. How were you able to secure that shutout?
I think my top's pretty good. I would have liked to be able to turn them a couple more times, but do what I can.
Definitely probably going to see someone like that again, though. So congratulations. Enjoy this finals. Guys, back to you for the action on the mat.
All right, Hannah, thank you so much. The action on the mat is Giuliano Marion out of Franklin Regional. He's in on that single leg wearing the red ankle band. He's taking on Penn Trafford's Owen Ott in the green ankle band, and Marion strikes first 2-0.
Giuliano Marion ranked 10th in the state. PI Power Wrestling rankings.
Trying to work at crossface series, George. I didn't mean to interrupt you. He went for the cradle. Now he's looking like he's going to change it over to the bundle. And that's what makes that crossface series so lethal. Depending on what the bottom guy does with his hips, you've got options. And just like I said, if you have that pinky right on that olecranon process in the elbow, it kind of locks you in. I know, George, you give me that goofy look. Yeah, I took A&P in college. A&P 1 and 2. Believe it or not, I was a tutor. But it hooks you in. And depending on what that bottom guy does with his hips, you've got all kinds of options, 3 to be exact. Now he's looking for a 2-on-1 roll through tilt. Just about 20 seconds to go. Marion Ott wrestling on the edge. Tim Williams, your head official. Side judge Joe McCare. Tim Williams in his 26th year of officiating and is a registered nurse by day. 9 seconds remain. First period. Marion up 2-0. Matt Levy, the head coach, Franklin Regional. A.J. Brentzel, the skipper over at Penn Trafford. Marion, good breakdown off of the whistle, stopped that first move of Ott, and that's how we'll go to the second period. Got an email here, want to check this out from Coach Joe Ross. You guys are really good at what you guys do. Happy New Year. Joe Ross, thank you so much. Hope all is well with you and your family. Happy New Year to you as well. I think we do have blood time, and this blood time brought to you our good friends at Excella Health. See if there was any changes in the team race. I don't think too much change after that one for Bell Vernon. I'm looking to see where they're sitting there in the 12th place, 60 points. And an interesting fact, and we're going to take it to football, Bell Vernon's 4A, correct? Beat Penn Trafford in 5A earlier in the season. Now, they ran into that powerhouse in Aliquippa, who did go on to win a state title in 4A, but Penn Trafford able to get that 5A championship over Imhotep. And I just learned that Bell Vernon is dropping to 3A next year. So a lot of movement in the WPIL, I'm sure across the state as well, as male enrollment is constantly changing. Big thanks to Kiski Area High School for hosting these championships. Got to give a big shout out to AD John Peterman. It's been red carpet the whole way. Jason Delp in charge of Flow Arena and keeping this tournament moving, and also the head custodian, Frankie, who's just been there at every turn. Anything we need, he has it. Also want to say thanks to John Gercio at Fox's Pizza in Vandergrift for his support and donations to the hospitality room. We have been well nourished here today, trust me. Ott in the bottom position to begin the second. Marion continued just to grind on top. Squeeze pride jams, keeping that knee right up the tail end. Here comes Ott trying to get to that tripod position, G, but Marion just relentless on top. He's trying to dig in that bar on the left side. You can see Ott locking his hands, trying to avoid it. There goes Marion walking left to right. Just walk around the head, punch that shoulder in the ear. He's got plenty of time, no need to rush. Nice job by Ott to get that, able to crawl his fingers up the mat, get his hands back out in front of him. Doing a good job. He's trying to keep those arms parallel to his body. You don't want them perpendicular, because that's when you start giving up wrists and one-on-ones underneath.
Yeah, Ott's doing a good job down there, continuing to obviously defend off the pinning combinations of Marion here, but he's going to need to start coming up to his feet.
Yep. No points awarded for fending off pinning combinations the last time I checked. Just under a minute. Nice job by Marion again, just continuing to be a monster on top. Has Ott down to his belly, trying to hunt wrists underneath. Really tough with that forward pressure, not really giving Ott the opportunity to push backwards. You know, the way you get to your feet, you think about plate tectonics. It's how mountains are made. One pushes into the other, and boom, they come up. Yes, George, I know. I paid attention to geography, too. And I'll tell you what, Ott is just not pushing back at all. I get a kick out of my man Flick, my producer here right next to me. Big shout out to his wife, Kelly Flickinger, camera controller up above, and a thanks to our robot. That's the robot cam view you're seeing right there. So thanks to the robot, Flick gets to play with the Atari-looking joystick. And wow, look at Ott with a quick 2-point reversal. Turned away for a second. Did he hit like a quick wrist roll?
Well, Ott really just took advantage of the forward pressure that Marion was applying there and just kind of
went with it.
Yeah, just went with it.
So he defied the physics behind plate tectonics. Time has expired. Where's the side judge? Okay, now he steps in. So we go to the third period, locked at 2. Things getting interesting. Juliano Marion going to choose the down or defensive position. Throw up another 2 minutes for our final period. Ott mounts on the right side, squeeze pride jam breakdown off of the whistle. Looking for wrists underneath is Ott. Going to chop on that right side. Prying out the thigh on the left. Changes off to the spiral, does Ott, trying to suck him back into the crab. Comes Ott back up on top. He's got the long boot in on the left side, trying to crank the power half from the right. He needs not to get high. He's got to stretch Marion out. Now he's arching, getting that hip turn of Marion. Got that left hip up off of the mat. He's going to have to dig in underneath that chin, try to get that tilt. Near Travis McKillop say, get under the chin. Minute 15, still locked at 2, final frame. Timmy Williams going to blow it dead with a stalemate. Coach Matt Levy comes out for some instruction.
Penn Trafford coaching staff not liking that action getting blown dead there
No,
for a stalemate.
not at
I mean, their wrestler's working on top, you know. He's trying to hip him over here.
A little bit of a Granby attempt there by Marion. Lands himself in a crab ride, and this seems to be a place where Marion is comfortable. Goes to the claw, and he's going to try to suck him back for some near fall. Probably something he has picked up from his teammate Troy Homan, who we'll get to see at 120 pounds.
You know, it's Ott's, you know, really trying to force those legs in there. I'm surprised Marion hasn't been able to catch it and throw it out.
Yep. 42 ticks. No stall calls to mention, no false starts. Everything's been clean.
Yeah, just kind of hanging it over there on that opposite side.
Yeah,
Marion going for a headlock when he comes up to his feet. I mean, he doesn't need that. He just needs an escape. And the score's tied.
That's it. That's it. Ott getting a little high with that claw. Under 30 to go. Going to suck him back into that crab ride again. He's getting a little bit high. Let's see if Marion takes advantage of it. Goes head hunting. He does not.
I think right in this situation, Marion's best shot is to come up to his feet.
Get there quickly, yes.
You come up to your feet, and then you work the hands and battle up there. I mean, rolling around on the mat, that's his wheelhouse right now.
For sure.
You know, that's Ott's wheelhouse.
Yep, got it, throws legs for sure, G. Now he comes up to his feet. He must have heard you. Looking to try to cut away. Ott's looking for a 2-on-1 mat return. He's looking for that roll through. Nice job staying up on his feet. Short time, cuts away, gets the 1-point escape. Again, no stall calls. Ott needs to push it right here. He fires off a shot, but not gonna be enough. Juliano Marion, your county champion at 189 pounds. Keep it right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network, as 2:15 is coming up next.
If your home, office, or rental property sustains water or fire damage, Service Master Complete Restoration by Stiffy is your go-to call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The Stiffy family's been serving the greater Pittsburgh area for over 32 years. Service Master Complete Restoration by Stiffy features friendly, licensed professionals that are here to deliver peace of mind with a fast response, expert service, and guaranteed satisfaction. Contact Service Master by Stiffy today at 724-834-8889 or servicemasterbystiffy.com.
We know speaking with your teen or your young adult about drugs and alcohol can be challenging, but is necessary. Remember to have a conversation, not a confrontation. Establish good communications, break through barriers, and be firm but loving. Here are some helpful tips. Choose a good place and time to chat. Talk with openness. Actively listen. Offer empathy and support. For more information, visit us online at wedacinc.org. Westmoreland Drug and Alcohol Commission. Prevention is key.
Back here on the Westmoreland Sports Network, 215 pounds, Dayton Pitzer in the red, Corey Borio in the green. This is the 215-pound final, but guess what? 189-pound champion Juliano Marion. Hannah's caught up with him. Go ahead, Hannah.
Your first county finals, first county title. How excited were you to secure that victory there? Final seconds with an escape.
Yeah, I'm definitely very excited, but honestly, I think I could have wrestled way better. So struggling off the bottom there in the third period for the first minute. I gave up an easy reversal at the end. I'm excited, but I definitely got more to work on.
That's what we're here for, though. Work on more. Is that the kind of words that your coaches were exchanging with you toward the end there as well?
Yeah, definitely. They wouldn't even give me much credit, to be honest, but it's because they know I got a lot of potential. I mean, I having trouble reaching it, but.
Absolutely, though. Hey, we're looking forward to seeing how far you can grow. Obviously, a lot more in you. Very exciting. But we support you going to stand up there. We'll take your victory for you. Guys, back to you. Congratulations, man.
Thank you. Thank you, Hannah. And gee, are you noticing a common theme? All of these guys know it's January 8th? Yep, January 8th. And they all know there's more work to be done. They're humbled, they accept it. They know tomorrow the work, they're going to celebrate tonight, but the work starts tomorrow. Looking at film, breaking things down, and when they get back in that mat room, it's time to work. And I love that kind of outlook on wrestling as Dayton Pitzer's making final arrangements for Corey Borio here at the edge of the mat. 40 seconds remain, and there is the mat slapper for Dayton Pitzer out of Mount Pleasant. Wanted to give a shout out on behalf of Dayton to his cousin Autumn and their good friend Tom Bittner. If you guys are tuned in, he sends all his love, and we send you our love as well. Everybody be good. Stay here because we'll be right back with 285 pounds on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Dr. Scott Learn and his dental team have been caring for the community for over 20 years. Dr. Learn offers a wide variety of dental services, including oral exams, gingivitis treatments, crowns, veneers, and more. He even makes custom sports mouth guards. Call 724-537-3314 or visit scottellearndmd.com. Dr. Scott Learn General and Cosmetic Dentistry in Latrobe, giving you the confidence to enjoy your smile.
At Marino's American Eatery, we have one focus: you. Just like home, our dining room brings the whole family to the table with a truly unique menu prepared fresh, in-house. At Marino's, we know beer. With 16 beers constantly rotating on our taps, we take pride in supporting only local, independently owned craft breweries. Come experience Marino's American Eatery in Greensburg, Westmoreland County's local craft beer destination.
All right, back here on the Westmoreland Sports Network alongside G. Flick on the other side. So it's a rose between two thorns is how I look at it. I am Smitty. G. Dayton Pitzer just kind of picking up right where he left off at the Powerade Championships. He had a great win over TJ Stewart and just seems to really be finding, I don't want to say finding that groove, but kind of fine-tuning that groove. Your thoughts?
He is, and that's why, he's the number one ranked 215-pounder in the state, AA. And, when you think of it, Pitzer's the number one returning state champ in AA at 215, right? And he, just pinned the number 6 ranked AAA 215-pounder and Corey Borio. So, Pitzer, obviously, we know he's taking his career on after this to the University of Pittsburgh. He's going to become a Pittsburgh Panther. And the sky's the limit for him,
For sure, indeed. If you don't have Matt's one, well, Matt 3 is dead right now, but Matt 1, Caleb Chismar of Greensburg-Salem down 2-0 to Eli Benakonski of Hempfield. Little cross-cup rival action part 2 over there, third period. 1 minute and 32 seconds. Oh, Flick got the robot on us. Hi, robot. It's pretty cool. Again, we want to say thanks to Kelly Flickinger up high above. Camera controller Hannah Mears doing a great job with social media and the post-match interviews. I love all that stuff. It's just such another perspective that a lot of broadcast teams don't bring to the broadcast, and so we had to take a quick time out there because Dayton says, do I have time to go do sprints? And Hannah, I won't steal any more thunder, but go ahead.
Well, I'm glad he had time to go do some sprints here. Dayton, why the sprints after the match? I mean, a quick fall. I don't know if you need much more cardio from what we've seen from you. Why the sprints?
Coach says get your heart rate up whenever it's up in the match and keep it going to get something out of it. Improve my conditioning after tournaments and stuff.
Well, I do appreciate the fact that you came over here right away, though, guys. He knows the drill by now. He's been here enough times. And speaking of which, another county title for you. How good does it feel to be in this position?
It feels really good. Last season was a little different with COVID and stuff, but this year it feels like a normal season, and it's exciting.
Yeah, and how have you been taking in the fact that you were a Powerade champion in such an exciting finals match last week, honing and harnessing that energy and having to do a quick turnaround here to be a champion?
Yeah, it's tough. Powerade was tough, and having all the competitions and stuff, we're like full swing of the season, but everything feels good, so I'm excited to keep pushing through it.
Well, we're excited to continue to watch you. Hopefully no more workouts for you today, but in case you need to go do some more sprints, I'll go ahead and let you go. Congratulations, Dayton. Guys, back to you. Chris, any sprints out of you today? George, I don't know. You won't catch me doing any sprints. I'm too hungry, but...
I don't have my running shoes on, Hannah, so no, I'm not going to be doing
It's a good excuse.
any
Well,
sprints.
George is out of Gatorade, so I hope he's not running. Enzo still has his Gatorade, I think.
And you know what? He didn't even bring you a replacement. We're going to have a word with more.
That's all right. I'm fine with it. Young man wrestled hard. He needed some electrolytes to rehydrate. So,
hey, we're going to take a real quick break. We'll be back with 285 pounds right after this.
What keeps me coming back to Comrades is I know I'm in a good haircut every time I go there. And I know the people are going to be cool there, the vibe's going to be cool, and it's just going to be an overall good experience.
Consistency in haircuts, great atmosphere, everybody's friendly. It's like cheers, everybody knows your name, and it's always a good time.
I always walk in and I'm like, I wonder what the vibe's going to be today. And I'm never disappointed.
All right, here we go, 285 pounds. This is as heavy as it gets. No, they don't weigh 285, but that is the limit out there. Is a golden line. Greensburg-Salem's big Billy McChesney headed to Columbia University. He'll take on Wyatt Held of Greater Latrobe.
yeah, McChesney, with the new rankings coming out, he's now our #1 ranked heavyweight in the state of Pennsylvania, taking on Wyatt Held, as you said, number 22. I want to point out really quick, though, Chris, looking back at 215, there were 6 wrestlers ranked in the top 25 in the state that just wrestled here this weekend.
So when people look at me like I'm crazy when I say that Westmoreland County is the most competitive and toughest county in the country, case in point. Thank you, G. Billy McChesney trying to make quick work of Wyatt Held. He's going to reverse that half and try to circle back, but nice job by Held. Look at the fight. Both these guys did not have easy trails in the semifinals. In fact, Joe Enoch of Penn Trafford was up 4-0 on McChesney. Caught him on his back for 2-2. Bill, in the last couple seconds, got a takedown to beat Enoch. It was tied. Held was actually losing 4-1 to Stone Joseph of Kiski, and Stone had to injury default. We want to send our get well wishes to Stone. He looked okay, dinged up his head a little bit, but did walk off under his own power, and we want to wish him the best. But nonetheless, Held and McChesney here in the finals of the 68th annual Westmoreland County Coaches Association Finals, and it's all brought to you by Busy Beaver. 4-1 McChesney, 50 seconds remain, opening period. After this, we'll wrap back around, and we'll get to see that other Kapusta kid, the one they call Ty, at 106 pounds, a sophomore and a freshman getting after it. He'll take on Luke Willishell of Greater Latrobe. A lot of representation here by the Wildcats, and something we all kind of anticipated. They have a pretty star-studded lineup this year. There's that blow-through double right there. Good golly, Miss Molly.
And that one was a little different. Usually he penetrates on his double. That one he just lowered his level and went right head in the chest.
Yep. And there it is, a mat slapper for big Billy McChesney. Sure, Aunt Hannah is pumped up about that one. She'll have a few words with Billy McChesney when we return right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
The Quest School of Wrestling is celebrating its 18th year of operation. Come meet Coach Jim Akerly and assistant Mason Beckman and see why Quest easily becomes family for your wrestler. The Quest School of Wrestling offers group coaching, open workouts, and private instruction to wrestlers at all levels, from elementary through high school. Call 412-352-3727 or QuestSchoolOfWrestling.com. The Quest School of Wrestling, with facilities open all year round in Washington, PA.
Back here for 106 pounds on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Beat last year's runner-up in Ty Kapusta, representing Franklin Regional in the Green Ankle Bands, and a newcomer to the scene, a star freshman in Luke Willishell. But first, we're going to send it over to Aunt Hannah, as she has nephew Billy with her. Go ahead, Hannah.
Yes, my nephew here, Big Bill McChesney. We love seeing you here, Bill. You're someone who's always really honest about your opponents, which is what I love. Wyatt Held, known to be a little bit strong, though somewhat inexperienced. Did you feel that in that match?
Yeah, he's really strong, really powerful in there. Give him a couple years to refine his technique, he'll be pretty good.
Yeah, and I love how you're always so complimentary of everyone, why we always root for you, but this is your first time winning this tournament. You've been here 4 times in the finals, first time winning it. How does it feel to finally be Bill McChesney County Champion?
Feels pretty good not going into the final against Henfield for the first time. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I know. We always saw you and Isaiah Vance, but one of the things I have to ask, you beat a Wildcat on the mat, but did you beat Corey Borio in rock, paper, scissors beforehand?
You guys caught that? No, I did not. He won, so.
All right, well, you almost beat all the Wildcats today, but hey, congrats, Bill. Go celebrate.
Thank you.
Absolutely, guys.
Thanks, Hannah. Thanks, Big Bill. Congratulations on your first county win. Fist pump there to a brother Lion. Tell you what, we've got action out here. Ty Kapusta with a quick takedown. And Luke Willishell followed that up with a 2-point reversal and near fall right there for the freshman.
Kapusta found himself in some danger there. Wisely went back belly down there. You know, again, Chris, number 6 in Kapusta, number 7 in Willishell in the state, battling out here in the county finals.
Indeed. Sophomore and a freshman getting after it. 1 seed on the bottom, 2 seed on the top. Locked at 2 as we approach half minute in the opening period. Mr. Lloyd not happy with the action, blows it dead. Tim Lloyd, a bio teacher at Norwin High School. He's in his 19th year of officiating, and his hobby, scuba training. You want to learn how to scuba dive? He'll train you how to do it. That's going to be a jump on Ty well before the whistle. I don't even think Willishell was covered yet.
Chris, George, for some context on the rock, paper, scissors thing, the Parade of Champions, I caught Billy McChesney and Corey Borio standing across from each other playing rock, paper, scissors. So, of course, I had to ask who the winner was.
It's always a competition.
Best part of the counties. You know, these kids know each other, love each other, wrestle together, and compete right there together.
Indeed, and you know, just to kind of dovetail on that, that's what the club scene has really done. A lot of these guys, even though they compete for different high schools, they all work out together at these clubs, and we're so blessed here in southwestern Pennsylvania to have the high level and the high level competitive clubs that we do. And we're so lucky here at the Westmoreland Sports Network because they're all proud sponsors. So thank you for that. But yes, as she said, these kids are all friends. You know, you saw in the parade there, Troy and Vinny giving each other a hug. That'll be part 2 of last year's county finals.
So before the match started, I was looking in the crowd because I saw Ty's dad, Jeff, beforehand, right? And he was sitting straight. He was sitting right across from us. But once the match started, I'm looking around. I'm like, where is Jeff? You know, Ty's wrestling right now. I just spotted him. He's right out in the corner there, just kind of barely watching from the outside, you know, so I could only imagine, you know, what it's like. I mean, obviously we know the Kapusta brother, Jeff O'Brien, you know, standout athletes for Greensburg-Salem High School, and, you know, now watching their children compete in the same event that they competed in whenever they wrestled at Greensburg-Salem. It must just be crazy.
For sure, yeah. Ty in his second final. Luke, of course, in his first 2-2, and I think those first 2 false starts went to Ty, correct?
I think.
Was it one? Was it maybe just one? Yeah, Jeff is peeking around the corner. Ty set. Luke covers, right side, comes right up to that claw. No first move.
You know, and we could see this in sections. We could see this at whips. We could see this at states.
For sure. And we can see this for the next couple of years if these two decide to stay at the same weight as far as their growth patterns go. Ty trying to step all the way across. A little bit of scramble action here. Luke locked into crotch, trying to look for that back hook. Now he's regaining his hips back up on top. And I'll tell you what, you don't see freshmen poised like this, G.
You don't.
You know, and it's experience, and it's getting out there and putting yourself in these crap situations and these pickles and getting used to him as you try to dig out this cross body ride under a minute to go in the second period. Still tied at 2. Ty needs to get himself at least a 1-point escape. You don't want to come out of this second period empty-handed.
Yeah, no, you definitely don't. But, you know, as I look up at the clock, I mean, there's 44 seconds left here in this second period. You know, Kapusta, and again, I say this all the time, right here, this is where you want to try to strike, right off the whistle here. You know, you're looking for more of a first move off the whistle there.
Explosion. Now he comes up to his feet. Luke has the long boot in. He's going to jump up. Now that will, he already told him. You see Timmy, he said that one's on you. He's going to blow it dead with potentially dangerous. Next time Luke does that, it's going to bang him for stalling.
And that's just because whenever he has that leg in, but when he throws that other one up and jumps up, then that's when that's the stalling.
And that would be another rule, you know, not as much as riding time, but he's able to shuck out that leg. He caught it coming in. That's called a shin shuck, and that was perfectly done. Now he's running that cross face, gets the 2-point reversal, does the sophomore out of Franklin Regional. 4-2, under 20 to go. But back to what I was saying, that would be another rule, because in college, it doesn't matter. If that top guy has nothing touching the mat, they continue to wrestle. So maybe another rule that they want to think about adopting, but not nearly as important as the out-of-bounds rule in riding time, in my opinion. But who am I? Time expires. Ty Kapusta did exactly what he needed to do, got himself the 2-point reversal. Luke going to choose the down position to start the third. Ty starts on the left, jumps to the right, goes chop. Looking for a standing Granby is Luke, and gets Ty right into that same position he got caught in earlier, and he's got the 2-point reversal and near fall are counting. Willishell down there looking for the fall. Kapusta he's going to fight away, trying to get him, come to the left side here. Luke adjusting. This looks tight right here, G. I don't know. Luke pulling it back. Ty trying to fight the other way.
Down there. Just got to keep going from side to side.
And there's the mat slapper for the freshman, Luke Willishell, your champion at 106 pounds. Some high fives for Coach Knoll and Coach Mears. Keep it right here. 113 pounds coming up next on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
This is how far we'll go to treat heart, lung, and vascular disease. 15 millimeters. At Excella Health, we believe less can be more. That's why we use minimally invasive surgery in the treatment of coronary artery disease, heart valve repair and replacement, lung cancer, and conditions of the peripheral arteries. For our patients, that means less blood loss, less post-operative pain, and a faster recovery. It means that a disease process that took decades to develop can, in a few hours, be reversed. And for us, it means providing the most advanced and sophisticated care for patients in our region. The Heart, Lung, and Vascular Institute at Excella Health. Expert care here.
Your next golf adventure awaits at Manor Valley Golf Course in Export. Manor Valley offers 18 scenic holes over gentle sloping fairways and the purest putting surfaces around. Manor Valley Golf Course in Export is the perfect place to host your next golf outing, banquet party, or shower. Manor Valley also offers league play and great membership rates. Tee times available. Call 724-744-4242. Visit ManorValleyGC.com.
Hey, we're back here on the Westmoreland Sports Network, and guess what? We've got a freshman at 106-pound county champion in Luke Willishell, and Hannah caught up with him. Go ahead, Hannah.
Big bad freshman over here couldn't wait to get an interview, guys. He told me before the championship match, how do I get that interview? I said, you got to win. Well, you did. All smiles over here. How exciting is it to get your first county title?
I was so excited. You could see me celebrating out there on the mat. It was a big win against a good opponent, and I'm happy about it.
Did you feel like you were going to lock up that pin over there? I think Coach Mears and Coach Knoll were about to jump out of their chairs if you did it.
As soon as I got him on his back, I was happy. I got back points, and I didn't know I was going to get the pin until it happened.
Well, your buddy Leo Joseph looks like he's about to lock it up too. So we'll go ahead and see if he can grab that. He's really close. He locks it up. 2 pins by 2 freshmen in a row. My goodness, Leo Joseph now a county champion. We're about to have all the Latrobe freshmen over here. Real quick, guys, Luke Willishow wants to say hi to some people in his first interview. We got to give him that.
I'd like to say hi to my grandparents watching right now.
All right, hello to his grandparents. Guys, back to you. Sorry we took that one from you.
That was awesome, Anna. What a perfect timing, perfect interview. Congratulations to Luke. You know, how awesome is it for him to be doing an interview? And I was waiting for him to, like, jump out of Hannah's arms over here to Leo Joseph. Go ahead, G. I know you got something.
I really wanted to say that was a great call by Hannah there on the – we're just sitting here watching it like –
Yeah, Flick's going to give me a pink slip in my locker, and Hannah's going to take over the main headset.
I'm multitasking over here, guys. I don't think Latrobe's going to be disappointed that we missed a little bit of the call in that match because of Leo getting that win. Good thing they were teammates. Leo, come on over. Hasn't even gotten a chance to take off the headgear yet. We'll step you in frame here, buddy. There you go. Now he's got it off. We actually, barely got to call your match because Luke was over here talking. You got the quick pin, but don't worry. We paused to call it. How exciting is it to get your first county title right after your buddy?
It's pretty good. I finally wrestled myself. I feel like my previous matches, I didn't really wrestle that well. I took my opponents lately, but I was ready this one, and I wrestled well.
What do you think's been the biggest turning point this season for you, being that you're a freshman, having to learn on the fly, getting the championship in the county finals?
Just not being as nervous, try not to force things, just letting it come.
How happy are you for Luke as well, even though he was stealing a little bit of your thunder there, but I know you guys are really close and practice partners as well.
I think that's part of the reason why I won, because it got me hyped up. I came out ready.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll do it. We'll go ahead and celebrate this county title, buddy. Congratulations. Back-to-back freshmen right there from Latrobe. Guys, back to you. Sorry to steal your thunder as well.
Hannah, no need to apologize. Great job over there. Major thanks to Hannah Mears for all she does. You know, those interviews are awesome. The timing of it was awesome. All she does for our social media channels. It's such another great perspective to what we do here at the Westmoreland Sports Network, and we absolutely love doing it. And we're going to have another Wildcat coming up here in Vinny.
Another wild. It's going to be a wild one.
It is going to be
a wild match.
This is going to be a rematch of last year's finals where Vinny won, I believe it was 4 or 5-0. But a little bit of a different Troy Homan this year out of Penn Trafford. Vinny fell in the quarterfinals at the Powerade Championships to Schweitzer in the quarterfinals. Mm-hmm. Troy beats him in the semifinals, beats Schweitzer, sends him down to the loser's bracket. Troy goes on to win Powerade Gold. Vinny loses in those Concy semis, drops down to 4th and 5th, as did Schweitzer, and Vinny takes out Schweitzer. I believe it was 3-2 for that 5th place nod. So these guys definitely battle tested. I think anybody who came out of that Powerade tournament, placing or not, but if you placed in the top 8, you definitely fought for your life out there.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, it's like they never missed a beat out here. And it was kind of funny, how Leo talked about feeding off of that momentum from Luke's county championship. And I remember at Greensburg-Salem when we had 6 or 7 champs in a row. And I remember when I won as a sophomore, Vertus went out there and pinned his kid in 30 seconds. And down in the locker room after, he's like, you had me so hyped up with that come-from-behind win that I just went out there and just went absolutely ape. And we've got another email I've got to read here. This is from Jenny. Thank you. Have been watching my grandson all day on here. Thank you for broadcasting. You guys are awesome to listen to. That is from, looks like Jenny Stone. So I don't know who your grandson is.
Maybe Nate Stone?
From Larry Stone. Okay, I'm sorry.
So last year this match was a 4-0 match. I can't remember what you said.
Blaze Carnice, Kevin Johnson, and Coach Pap Kelvington are watching you and I, and obviously the finals. You guys do a good job. Helps wrestling a lot to see it live when we can't be there. Well, hey, there are some legends right there. Blaze Carnese, Coach Jay, and Coach Pap Kelvington. I mean, there's some legends right there. Guys, thank you so much for your support and staying on here with us. Wow, the emails are just flying in right now. We got one here from Joe Werner. I love being able to keep up with Westmoreland County Wrestling all the way in Rochester, New York.
Wow.
Thanks for doing what you guys do, and good luck to my fellow Hempfield Spartans. Thanks so much for your support and viewership, Joe. We're going to take a quick break because I need a drink of water. I'm going to lose my voice. We'll be back with a stud-filled 120-pound final right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
How do you define elite? At Elite Plumbing, Kitchens, and Baths in Latrobe, we define elite by offering the highest quality brands for kitchen and bathroom remodeling in Westmoreland County. Brands like Moen, Toto, and Cambria. Meet with one of our incredible designers who will help you choose a stunning cabinet design for your new kitchen or luxurious showers and bathtubs for your new bathroom. Call Elite Plumbing, Kitchens, and Baths for a free estimate at 724-205-6947 or visit our vast showroom in the Route 30 Plaza in Latrobe.
D'Annunzio's Italian Restaurants is open 7 days a week at all 3 of our locations, Jeanette, Monroeville, and Latrobe. We invite you to join us for our specials. Monday, the special is spaghetti. Tuesday, it's raviolis. Wednesday, it's lasagna. And Thursday, it's chicken parmesan or chicken romano. Be sure to try our drink specials and our fabulous desserts. And remember, we also have takeout available at all 3 locations.
All righty, here we go. 120 pounds in one of the more anticipated matches. Homan and Kilkiri exchanging some smiles before they get going here. Gee, I don't know about you, but I don't know if I'd be exchanging smiles with a dude I was about to grind with. Shake hands, here we go.
Yeah, no, I would not be, but
nope, that would not be me either. But hey, things have changed, times have changed.
So
doesn't look like they're taking it easy on each other as they're kind of exchanging clubs on the head. Again, a rematch of last year's final. Vinny Kilkiri went on to win gold. Vinny was a silver medalist as a freshman, losing to Briar Priest at 106 pounds, who we'll see Briar at 138. So I think the growth pattern for Briar just a little bit faster.
A little bit. You know, here again, you know, we have Troy Homan, which is sitting number 2, and Kilkiri is at 5 here in the state. So a little flip-flop there after Powerade.
Vinny headed to Ohio State University, the Ohio State University, as they say, where he'll be a Buckeye. Troy Homan headed to North Carolina State, where he'll be a part of the pack, the Wolf Pack to be exact. And you know, Troy, such an improvement from last year. If I had to pick one wrestler in the county that has really stood out to me that has improved from last year to this year, it's Troy Homan. You know, even from last year at counties to states, you know, he finished 4th on the podium at Hershey last year in a pretty loaded weight. And I think he just took that accomplishment, that momentum. He wasn't content with it. Then he knew he could do it.
Right.
And I think he just started putting in that work all season long. I mean, he's a wrestling-only kind of guy. And for many that don't know, he actually leads the student section at Penn Trafford Warrior football games. We got to talk to him, both of these guys actually, during the Westmoreland County Wrestling Kickoff Show. So if you missed that, go back to that. But Troy is the one that kind of leads the charge with the student section. Under half minute to go, still scoreless. Gonna hit Homan for stalling, and Coach Bretzel not happy about it. I don't know if I don't know. Homan takes a half shot, can't half shoot against Vinny though. The guys are starting to beat on each other's heads. Under 20 to go, still scoreless. First period, 120-pound action. We'll have 126, 132, and we will conclude with our marquee match. 138, Kilkiri in on that head inside single, short time trying to finish. Troy Wizard with that left arm, Vinny trying to step, or the right arm, Vinny trying to step all the way across, unable to do it. He would have had to step that leg in. No points, end of the period, so a nice end of the period scramble there. Homan wants to go down, want to score first.
A little confusion there.
There sure was.
The bench of Penn Trafford.
Love the instant replay there. Kind of missed it a little bit there at the end, but that's okay. Vinny to cover, still scoreless. Right to that claw ride. He's going to bring it up to a half. Thigh pry on the right side for Vinny. Here comes Troy up to his feet. Troy cuts him and it instantly turns around into a double leg, maybe something he saw earlier on. Thought Vinny was going to do the block back hook go behind, but Troy able to catch him going around the edge. Good opportunity for Vinny to maybe think about trying to score defensively. He's got that underhook buried on the left side. Troy has a good grip on it above the elbow.
Homan almost able to capitalize there.
Right in on that high crotch. Vinny going to try to finish. Funk roll there by Homan. Now he's in on a high crotch. Vinny going to a quick sit, trying to cut the corner. Right here, nope, they're both out of bounds. Timmy saying that left foot of Homan stepped out. Look at this scramble right here. Here's the tail end of it. Beautiful shots by both guys. That's shot, reshot. Young wrestlers learn shot, reshot. As soon as you learn how to shoot, right after that, you want to learn shot, reshot. That's my advice.
You know, you wonder, too, how often these two athletes are training together and working out together. You know, it makes matches like this obviously difficult because you're so used to wrestling with each other, you know.
You know the tendencies and habits, right?
And it's hard to expose the tendencies and I'll say bad habits of your opponent when you're so used to training with them. And again, you kind of said, yeah, that's a testament to the clubs that we have in this area, but when you have matches like this, it just makes it tough.
On top of already being tough, just by virtue of being in Westmoreland County, in the fine Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Drag attempt there by Troy. Vinny able to slide out of it. And you can see Vinny, who wants that underhook, and Troy is not given to him. Heavy chop downs by Vinny. 1-0, Troy Homan up. As we approach 20 seconds, middle period.
And I think as long as the match stays at this pace, I think it's going more so in Homan's kind of wheelhouse. Because, you know, again, Vinny's high output, high energy, in your face, a lot of different moves. And that's what happened to him at the Power Age, you know. He got shut, you know, kind of slowed down a little bit and just couldn't figure it out. So I think as long as they're wrestling this pace, this is more so into Homan's game plan.
For sure. Vinny's going to go down here in the third period. And Troy, this is where I really saw Troy excel at Powerade, and we saw it in that semifinals. You get a good look at the coaching staff, Coach Snyder, Mears, and Knoll. I believe that is, Jackie Pletcher sitting there cheering on Vinny. Vinny's going to get hit for a false start. That's okay. You get two of those before it costs you. But I really saw Troy tough on top. Vinny set. Troy covers left side. Even a little bit of a false start. He'll get away with it there. Right to the tripod position comes Vinny, working those hands. Troy drops down to that left ankle, returns Vinny back to the mat. Vinny trying to go with an elevator kick out at the edge, and it looks like he might be injured a little bit. Little punch to his side of his head. Yeah, he could tell he was kind of ginger getting up, but nonetheless, he's set. 9 seconds burnt in the third. Just got eerily quiet in here. Somebody put up the quiet sign and I missed it.
You know, maybe the crowd was worried that he was injured.
Yeah, who knows? Now Vinny cuts away, gets that 1 point escape. We're locked at 1. Elbow pass by Troy. Vinny returns it, was looking to windmill into a single leg. Little boot scoot and boogie by Homan as he jumps over top of Vinny to return to the middle of the mat.
Homan has to keep in mind he has that stall warning.
He does.
So when action gets to the out of bounds, gets to the edge,
turn your tail.
he has to circle back in.
Sorry about that. Kicked your wire, G. Yeah, wrestlers, you get your butt to the edge. You want to circle your tail towards the middle of the mat. It just looks good to the official. Remember, perspective is everything.
You know, even right here, he needs to start circling in.
Yep.
Because the stall warning came when Kilcarry shot him out of bounds. I mean, he was actually just kind of bull rushing him, and he went out of bounds. So now he needs to start working to get in.
Yep, circle right there.
It's inevitable. It's gonna happen. He's gonna get banged if he does that one more time.
Continues. Yep. Timmy's talking to him out there. Timmy, by that I mean the head official. Half shot there by Vinny. Troy almost looking for go behind defensive action.
And even for Kilkeary, he needs to know that he has that stall call. So as soon as you get to the edge, start firing and shooting them off.
Yep.
There's more than one way to score, right? Especially when you have those, he has a warning.
Guys, high technique guys like this both shot right there at the same time, collided, butted heads like a couple of rams. You saw Vinny kind of shaking his head. They've scrambled his egg slightly. Wrestlers exchanging collar ties, 20 seconds. Half shot attempt there by Troy. So, that kind of shot right there, that looks good to an official. You don't want to shoot underneath, but there's another half shot. And I'll tell you what Troy also does well. There's that reshot by Vinny, looking for a pull-through finish. Pull-through, he's trying to go up and capture the head. Now he's going to try to go all the way around. Hits the trip, and no two yet. Now he's got both legs wrapped up. Blown dead. Joe McCara was right there. They're going to have a discussion. Now our clock is not synced up to the head clock here, so it would not matter what ours says. 2 points there for Vinny Kilkeary. McCara. Yep, I have another coach behind me and Coach Parsley that agrees that was 2. Nice job by both guys. The first of a number of meetings. Troy not happy right now. Hey, I wouldn't be happy either. Second, it's not what he trains for.
Nope, it's not.
I think we'll keep it right here. Do you want to go to a quick break? We'll keep it right here. What the heck?
And in that situation, I wasn't really wasn't sure what he was going for. I was thinking maybe he's going to try to dig for that wizard, but it looked like he was more so just digging for the head. He wasn't putting himself in a position to defend the hold.
Not good technique. No. And that's what you need to do in wrestling.
I honestly thought he was digging for a wizard there. Do
the common thing uncommonly well. Basics wins championships. Basics. Want to give a shout out to my son real quick. Luke tuned in. He's classmates with Luke Willishell and Leo Joseph, and he said back-to-back pins for those guys. That was nuts, so thanks for tuning in. Say hello to Christy, and she just sent me a picture of our Pitty sitting up on the dining room table, enjoying himself a nice little snack. Here we go at 126 pounds. Ethan Lieben looking for back-to-back titles out of Enfield will take on Hayden Coy of Penn Trafford, and he's starting early, very quick takedown. Hey, we're going to send it over to Hannah Mears. She's got another Wildcat, another gold medalist. Go ahead, Vinny.
Another Wildcat with some excitement. Vinny, you knew that one was going to be tough. Troy Homan coming off an exciting Powerade victory for himself. That final 2 there, though, how were you able to secure it, and what was going through your mind?
I knew Troy's very good at scrambling. We wrestle multiple times a week, so I knew one confident shot, and he's still going to scramble like crazy. So I have to get both of his legs before he can start rolling.
And I know he was emotional after that one. You had a chance to kind of pull him aside and exchange some words. What were some things that you were saying to him?
I said, we'll take care of it in the room. We'll go an overtime match if you want, but thank you. Thanked him. Always love wrestling Troy. We do it so much. Great kid. Love him.
I love the sportsmanship there, guys. Already looking to make each other better. Iron sharpens iron. Congratulations. How does it feel to finally take home another county title for your team?
It feels amazing. First one since, I think they were saying 2014 or 2012, so it feels good. Get the season rolling. Just keep going through playoffs.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Vin. Go ahead and run some more if you need. Guys, everyone's always running here. Back
Everybody's always running. Hannah, thanks so much, Vinny. Congratulations. Ethan Lieben, as they call him, Root Beer, getting some near-fall points to add to his already 2-0 lead. Joe McCara going to throw up 3 more to make it 5-0. Just about half a minute remaining here in the first period. Got to give a shout out to my good friends Dan and Jenny Wood tuned in. Thanks for always jumping on with us. Certainly appreciate you hanging out with us on this brisk Saturday, January 8th.
Ethan Lieben ranked 7th in the state PA Power rankings.
And I think Ethan kind of fell victim to that odd setup they had last year, the way the qualifications were working. They had to go to the WPL and then that regional, that sub-region or whatever else. Lieben could have found himself at Hershey very easily.
And when, again, not making any excuses whatsoever, but the breakdown in the setup of that, you got to, think of how many kids that were on this side of the state that had to go through that super region that got left home that would have been potential state champs. You know, it was just crazy how that breakdown happened. And, you know, like you said, Lieben kind of fell prey to that because maybe if that doesn't happen, you know, he ends up down in Hershey.
Good shot of head coach Vince DeAugustine and assistant Austin Shaw. Tell you what, we all had a good time last night. Yes, Marky K and us three sitting right here. Enjoyed some good wings last night. After day one of the 68th annual Westmoreland County Coaches Association Wrestling Tournament, all sponsored by Busy Beaver. Stopped at, what was it called? Three Rivers Six-Pack Shop up there in Delmont, right below the Walmart, and had some good wings. Some really, really, really good laughs. 5-0, the lead for Lieben. Coy on top. Goes right to that elevator. Coy looking to, in that claw, was going to try to tilt him back. Lieben recognized and continued to roll as the two will go out of bounds, says head official Joe McCara. Got the day started, or I'm sorry, the final started at 145, so we will have 132 and 138 coming up next. 32 will be Ryan Klingensmith of Kiski and Eli Carr out of Hempfield. Klingensmith looking for another title. Carr looking for his first as Eben. Carr's teammate gets a 2-point reversal to build his lead now 7-0. And then our marquee matchup, Nate Roth of Latrobe, Briar Priest of Hempfield.
Yeah, looking back at last year's tournament, Klingensmith was victorious over Lieben in the finals 7-0, where Aiden Coy picked up third place with a 4-0 victory over Nicholas Farah.
$7-0 here, under a minute to go, middle period. Lieben on that left side. Going to throw the half from the right, running that tight waist on the left. It was having, you know, his mom Patty came over to Flick and I the other night after the Hempfield Penn Trafford match, and they had celebrated senior night. They said, come on over and have pizza when you guys are done tearing down. And they were talking about root beer. And I'm like, who the heck is root beer? And Patty's like, that's Ethan. Nobody actually knows what his name is because everybody has called him root beer ever since he was very little. And if it's not root beer, it's RB.
RB. I've only known him as Ethan Lieben.
Yeah, so have I. I mean, he's cool in my book because I love root beer. So, hey, let's drink root beer. He's trying to dig out that Michigan or snowplow on the right side. Coy just hasn't had an answer on the bottom. Another email from Ray and Karen Knoll. What a better way to spend a Saturday watching and listening to you and George at Wicca's. Great job. Thank you so much. I knew Wicca would stick with somebody. I just had to shorten WCCA, and I was like, I'm driving home last night. I'm like, how can I say it? I'm like, maybe I can call it Wicca. Flick, not a fan. Hannah didn't comment on it. George doesn't like it either. So far, Karen and Ray, it's just you and I that like it. So if there's any other takers, go ahead and shoot us an email. Third period action. Lieben looking to build.
Stack Coy up here.
Yeah, he could stack him right on his shoulder blades. They will keep an eye on the neck. Makes the turn and does get the 2-point reversal. Now 9-0. 9-0. A major decision. I want to look at the team race here as it cycles through the bottom on the ticker of one of my 16 computer screens I have here in front of me. Latrobe is by far out in one. Hempfield 2 with 173. Kiski area 157.5. So bonus points necessary. Well, Kiski area does not have anybody remain. Well, no, they do. They have Kiski area. Ryan Klingensmith coming up next, but I don't think it would be enough to catch Hempfield. So I think those top three are pretty much settled.
I definitely think those top three are settled. Something may shake up depending on Penn Trafford doesn't have any more wrestlers coming up after this, right?
Well, maybe on the sides. Nope, Penn Trafford is done.
Yeah, so I was going to say maybe something could shake up between that third and fourth, Kiski and Penn Trafford, but I don't think so.
George, I forgot to share this earlier today, but I had Flick pull all the metrics from last night, and I meant to share this, but it's been such a crazy, hectic day. Last night, and this is a huge testament and a huge heartfelt thank you from the bottom of our hearts, from the WSM family to all of you. Last night's coverage of 4 mats, we had over 5,000 viewers watching us.
Probably all on mat 3 too.
That was geez, Matt. That was funny. Actually, you know where the most were? Got to give it up to Marky K. Matt won. He had the most. We were all like, it was very, very close with all of us. But a huge thank you to all of you. You're loyal following of us. I mean, this is why we do what we do. The emails, the tweets, we love it. We love covering the sport. And Ethan Lieben is loving the fact that he is now a 2-time Westmoreland County Coaches Association champion. I really should say that because that's not completely true. I'll tell you why when we come back. We'll be back with a $132 right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
You're always on the winning team with Bowser Chevrolet of Monroeville and Bowser Chevrolet Chippewa. Visit BowserChevrolet.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and get the power of Bowser in your hands. With the new Chevy vehicles arriving weekly, reserve yours now at Bowser Chevrolet. See the full lineup of Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs at BowserChevrolet.com. Bowser Chevrolet, where the power of Bowser is yours.
I have to make a quick correction as I welcome you back here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. This is Lieben's or Root Beer's first county title. Again, he was runner-up last year, but guess what? He's a champ this year, and he's got some time with Hannah. Go ahead.
Guys, Ethan was another one of these guys that I talked to before the finals, and I said, how many finals have you been in? And he's like, well, wait, let me think. 1. No, this will be my second, but undeniably right now you know that you are the county champion. How good does hearing that associated with your name feel?
Feels a lot good, especially after last year's performance. Come back this year a lot stronger. I think it was a key performance for my season.
Absolutely. Where do you go moving forward? What were you taking from that, knowing in your head that that was key? What was it about that match?
I just got to stay on my grind. You know, me and my home field boys, we work really hard in the room. It's glad to see that the hard work's paying off for everyone.
Absolutely. I feel some of that hard work dripping on me right now, guys. The sweat all over back here. We love it back here. Love the grind. Congratulations, buddy. Back to you. That's my perfume. My natural scent is wrestler sweat, blood, whatever.
Well, Hannah's lucky to be alive because she had 600-pound human being coming at her in the semifinals in Stone Joseph and Wyatt Held. And the very motherly thing to do was catch Stone's head before it hit the floor, and she did.
She did, yeah.
Yeah, she didn't get out of the way. Got a scramble here at 132 pounds. Ryan Klingensmith and Eli Carr. Eli Carr looking to score on that single leg. Klingensmith scooting. Now Klingensmith able to elevate and get himself into a much better position where he's able to sprawl his legs back. Joe Haddad, your head official, blows it dead with a stalemate.
Yeah, you know, Klingensmith, the returning county champion, ranked 24th in the state, taking on Eli Carr, which is ranked 18th. So, you know, 2 top 25 ranked wrestlers here in the state of Pennsylvania wrestling in the county finals.
Klingensmith, a junior, I believe, and I want to say Eli Carr is a sophomore. Yep, because he was a sophomore, and I had really no idea who he was until the other night. He came out at Latrobe and really made some noise. We'll say hello to Brent Wiggum. He's tuned in here with us.
Brent Wiggum, he should have drove out here and brought his singlet. We could have went takedowns.
Yeah. Brent, the play-by-play. A thumbs up for Wicca. See, it's sticking. Brent does the play-by-play for the Westmoreland Sports Network over at Jeanette. Each and every year. Him and Anthony D'Annunzio. Sure, you've seen the commercials airing. Now Carr looking to step over top of Klingensmith here. Short time. He's got the boot in on the left side. He's trying to elevate all the way across. He's got to be really careful because Klingensmith can pull him down with that right arm. He's going to pull him right down to his back. I don't know, Gina. You give him 2. He's got that boot in. No?
I think if he would have broke his hips down,
yeah,
I think then they give them the 2.
So give it up to the core and the strength of that right arm on Klingensmith. Scoreless as we go to the second. Vinny D wants Carr to go down.
Hey, this Carr, you know, just kind of bursting on the scene, you know, just scrappy wrestler, you know, good scrambler, you know, and really kind of came out of nowhere, Chris, like you said. I mean, who knew who Eli Carr was wrestling out of Hempfield?
I really didn't. I know last year he was at Kiski Prep and he got himself a 1-point escape. Oh no, he's going to give him the 2-point reversal. Okay, so the Wizard goes out, and right here you're going to see, throws the boot in, and the hip went down. Okay, step. Nice call there.
Similar situation as in the first period, but the hip did go down.
Klingon-Smith trying to go big.
Could be borderline here. They're out of bounds.
But they both have points in, so I don't know. Coach Heater.
He had both hips. I have kids.
You know, and in that instance there when they were on the mat, you know, when you see it here on the replay, I mean, you're saying that there were 2 points of contact in, okay, but when I'm thinking of the way out of bounds has been called all weekend,
sure,
there's been guys that had a pinky toe on the line and they call them out of bounds.
Yeah, there's inconsistency for sure, and as I said earlier, G, it's all the more reason to just bring the NC2A rules in. If there's a point of contact in, it's whatever points you're scoring. That's just the way it is. Now, I understand that there's going to be a financial strain on some schools. You don't do it and say, hey, we're going to do this next year, because they're probably going to have to buy some add-on mat around the edge. Just buy yourself another strip for around all the edges, like this mat we're on right here. The front and back of it, you don't need it, but on the edges you would. But say in 2024, we're going to bring these rules in.
In this case here at Kiski, though, they wouldn't, because they already have 3. Like, for a case of a duel, you just take a part of one of those extra mats and put it on there.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And
You're the problem solver.
I would say majority of high schools have multiple mats.
For sure.
At least.
For sure.
Because they have mats in their mat room and they have a dual mat, for the most part. Now, not every high school is going to have multiple mats, but in this case, Kiski at least has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
At least
6 mats.
Carr slamming in that crossface from the right side. He's winding that nose to the knee, and I think he might have it locked up. He does. He's bringing Klingon-Smith back. Klingon-Smith takes that momentum, rolls all the way through. You can see he reinforced the lock, and he's got the returning champ in all kinds of trouble. He's at least got his 3 near fall, 42 seconds. Let's see if he makes the adjustment. You can see he's putting that bottom knee in the ribs. He's trying to push it away, looking for a mat slapper. Is the sophomore Eli Carr, Vinny D. There it is. Eli Carr, your champ at 132 pounds, gives his coach's corner a double finger point. Keep it right here. We have our final and our marquee matchup coming up next. It's Nate, it's Briar, it's right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
You have pain? We have the answers. You want to feel better? We provide the relief you need. The Rehab Center Chiropractors Caring for Health. Our state-of-the-art facility and our experience in caring doctors provide expert analysis and a customized treatment plan for each individual. The Rehab Center, Chiropractors Caring for Health, with locations in North Apollo, Katanning, Lower Burrell, and Clarion. For more information, visit our website at therehabcenters.com.
Champion Eli Carr beside me. You were so excited, you ran over. I said, you can have a breather. We have some time. He said, I don't even need one. I'm ready to go another one. How exciting is it? I mean, I can see it radiating on you, but try to personify that for everyone. Put into words.
It feels great. I mean, all the hard work I've been putting off this season, the off season, really helped. I wrestled all summer long, doing freestyle and stuff, so it just feels good to see my hard work paying off.
And you were just telling me about this Hempfield room. I said, how are you enjoying your season at Hempfield this year? What is it about that room in particular at practice that helps your success come out on the mat?
Just every day it's a grind. Everyone comes in there, good attitude, want to work hard. So, just I don't know, every day you just go to work, get better, come home.
What was this celebration there at the end? Was that just pure excitement, or is that something you see all the time?
I did not plan that. I just kind of, I don't know.
It all comes out in the heat of the moment, guys. Congratulations on your first county title. Excited for your partner over here in his next match, guys. We'll send it over to you.
All right, Hannah, thank you so much. Congratulations to Eli Carr. Yes, we're waiting for the third place match, and it concludes right now. They'll do some medal presentations down there to the right. And yes, we will have our final matchup, I think, that one everybody has been waiting to see. Part 2 of just this season. Briar Priest of Hempfield will take on Nate Roth of Latrobe. Briar Priest headed to the University of Pittsburgh, where he'll continue his academic and athletic career. Nate Roth still undecided. I had time to speak with Nate after his win this past Wednesday. Crazy win over Briar Priest in that duel. His first match back this season, in fact. And still undecided. He said he wants to get through this season, focus on what he needs to do here, and then he'll focus on what he's going to do next.
Yeah, Nate Roth obviously coming into tonight's event unranked, just because, he was out the beginning of the season, but last year, this was a 132 final between he and Priest.
For sure. Today's coverage is sponsored by Busy Beaver Building Centers, Westmoreland County's neighborhood home improvement center. We have a new store opening on March 1st in Delmont. Visit our stores in New Kent, Irwin, Mount Pleasant, and the true value of Latrobe today. Visit busybeaver.com for more details. This is going to be like watching a Division I wrestling match, if in fact it carries over from what I had the opportunity, the privilege. I was blessed to call that match on Wednesday. I was alone that night, and I was exhausted afterwards. It was almost like a tag team. I almost had to tell Flick, you got to take this over. Looking for that duck is Nate. Briar, just kind of like a matador, if you will, as Roth took the shot. He just sidestepped and let him go out of bounds. We'll get a fresh start with 1:35. Tim Lloyd, your head official. Mark Staso, your side judge. Shot there by Roth, blocked off by Priest. See on Priest's left side, they're fighting and jockeying for inside fish hooks and thumb blocks. Heavy snap club down there by Priest from that right side. One thing I noticed about Roth, he's always been fast, but he is extremely fast. I call him Sly Fox fast now. He is, his go-behind speed is so fast. I think Mr. Lloyd is encouraging them both to stay in the middle. So we approach 50 seconds, still scoreless, opening period. Our final bout here at 138 pounds. Another huge thank you to all of you for staying with us through this two-day event. It's been our pleasure to bring it all home to all of you.
Just coming off of a head-to-head match on Wednesday, I'm sure both coaches, even though Roth won that first head-to-head, I'm sure they still went back and game planned here, because and I wasn't there on the call, Smitty, but so you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong on it, but I feel like it seems like this match, the pace is a little bit lower than it was in that first match.
It started out like this, though, and Flick and I were talking about, yes, it started out like this, and then Nate went down in the second, and then there was that end of the period controversial one-point escape. We talked a lot about that. Gave Roth a 1-0 lead, and then it was like mayhem broke out in the third period. So, yes, maybe started out a little slow just like this. Both guys, even though they've wrestled a number of times, still trying to figure each other out, but for sure, they definitely went back. I was having a conversation with Luke after I picked him up from a friend's house, and he goes, well, what would these guys do? They just wrestled on Wednesday, and here they are again. I go, I guarantee they sat down with coaches, and they broke down the film from Wednesday's night's match. He goes, would they look at last year's film? And I'm like, no, probably not, because so much has changed from last year. Now this is what Nate really focusing on, because I'll tell you what, Briar grinded him out for 1:59 3/4 seconds, or 2 minutes, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to get into that. I wasn't out there. Tim Lloyd was the official. So part 2 for Mr. Lloyd out there as well.
I will have to say, Breyer, he's doing a really good job of controlling the center of the mat.
Position too, yeah. Now he drops in on a high crotch, and this is where Nate can get real nasty. He loves this scramble position. He gets to this sit, and I think Breyer, this is something they saw. He got there and he didn't want to try to improve because he knew if he tried to move, Nate was going to scoot the corner. So you'll see Breyer just drops everything down, and I think he wanted the stalemate because he knows he's going to have to try to change off really quick to that double off of that high crotch. I think he'd be better served if he can go with a head inside shot instead of getting that head out to the side. Try to eliminate Nate cutting that corner. Just like that, he gets that bear hug at the edge. Nate drags him out. He's going to give the 2 at the edge. Going to get another look at it right here.
Yeah, I almost thought that action was blown dead there, but it was the side. It must have been the other mat. I thought they blew it out of bounds.
Get another look at it from that other angle was better. Nonetheless, 2-1, Breyer up, and then right just like that. Like I said, the speedy Sly Fox gets the reversal to take the lead 3-2. Big thanks again to Flick for all he does for production. Got to give a shout out Roger Downs. Great job, guys, and Hannah. Thank you so much. Roger Downs, a member of the WSN family, does just about every sport with the exception to wrestling. And Kelly also. Nate coming out looking for that near cradle. Breyer cuts, turns. No one awarded. Still says Breyer's down. 54 seconds remain. 3-2. Nate up. And this is another one of those battles. This could be part 2 of 3, 4, 5. So,
yep.
And just like that, Breyer ties it up at 3. Working those fish hooks on the left side. Notice both guys do stay in fairly good position.
Is it Breyer's choice in the third?
It will be Breyer's choice in the third because Nate had the very quick escape in the second period, excuse me. And if you recall from last year, that was his kryptonite.
It was.
Against Breyer. He couldn't get off the bottom.
I remember we called the match at Latrobe, and he rode him out a whole period.
Yeah, but Breyer went up big in that one. Remember, he feet to back on that cradle. I believe he went up 5-0, ended up losing 6-5. So Nate was climbing back into it. And if I recall correctly, I think Nate's season came to an end with an injury. I don't think he competed there in the individual postseason.
No.
I could be incorrect, but I'm pretty sure.
I feel like he didn't.
Looking for that pass by out for that shot. And you see right there, that's how fast he is. Nate wants to go neutral. Breyer chose down, and Nate's just going to cut him and give him a 1-point escape. So this is the kind of confidence he has. These guys have game planned. You don't just choose neutral for the sake of, or not choosing neutral, just cut him to go 1 just for the sake of it. This is where Breyer, he needs to remain very smart. We're not shooting just to shoot. And again, I would try to keep the head inside. Don't get it outside and give Nate that opportunity to cut the corner.
And that's what I was going to say. I'm obviously not one for sitting on a lead, but you're up 1-0, right?
Looking for that drag, and there it is. He gets in on that single leg. He's trying to peek out the back door. Nate almost had it. He cuts and turns in, and this is where Nate can be really tough. He loves the funk roll. Breyer's going to plant that left foot down. He's going to funk back and forth. Now he's going to use his leg as a foot, and he's going to get the 2-point takedown. 6-3. Breyer Priest trying to return the favor from last Wednesday. Nate takes a peek up at the clock, sees 70 seconds, going to try to jump all the way across, and that's how Nate was able to get the 2 points. Are we going to get any near fall? Yep, he is going to get 2 near fall, but that's how Nate was able to initiate that 1-point escape at the end of the second period. Want to have a discussion over here, does Coach Mears?
I had 2 swipes before his knee crossed the line. Toes are supporting points as long as the knees are inside the line. After 2, when you cross the line, they're out. Okay? Okay, guys.
Knees were up, toes were in. And you see as soon as that knee went down, he called it out. I like the call.
Yeah, no, I'm
8-3. 8-3, Priest up. Priest quickly trying to get to his feet. He's going to scoot the corner here. This is where Nate's tough. He scoots all the way up on top. Now Breyer trying to turn all the way back in, gets to a Wizard situation, and Nate in trouble again of giving up near fall. He's got the needle threaded. He's got the half. He's going to try to keep those toes in and the knees up.
Just stay right there.
There's criteria right there. Nate trying to bridge all the way across and will, but not before he gives up, I believe, two more. Two more swipes, make it 10-3. Breyer wrestling a very, very smart match. They definitely game planned, and I'm not taking anything away from Nate, nothing at all. But Breyer, they came in with a plan, and they are sticking to it. And there were all the variables were thought of. If you get into that high crotch situation, stalemate it. Don't give Nate the opportunity to cut that corner because that's where he gets dangerous.
And there's situations where, in the previous match, obviously Roth came out on top in some of those scrambles where tonight, Priest just had his number.
Yep, tonight he did. But guess what? We're going to see this a number of times this season. And Breyer Priest, 3, 2, 1 is your champion. His second title. Is that his second? I know you have the pass.
That is Priest's
Yep,
second.
that is his second title here.
Oh, no, isn't his
It's
third?
third. It is because he won as a sophomore when he beat Vinny Kilcarry to 106. So Breyer Priest joins an elite group of 3-time county champions. We'll return, and Hannah will have Breyer Priest coming up next on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Keep it here.
The all-new 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander at Sindel Mitsubishi. Drive one today for $239 a month, plus an industry-leading 10-year warranty. The all-new Outlander at Sindel Mitsubishi. Get thunderstruck.
At Marino's American Eatery, we have one focus: you. Just like home, our dining room brings the whole family to the table with a truly unique menu prepared fresh in-house. At Marino's, we know beer. With 16 beers constantly rotating on our taps, we take pride in supporting only local, independently owned craft breweries. Come experience Marino's American Eatery in Greensburg, Westmoreland County's local craft beer destination.
Welcome back to our broadcast at the county tournament. I am here with your 138-pound county champion, Breyer Priest. Breyer, you have just joined a very elite group of guys as a 3-time county champion. When the crowd yelled 3 after that win, how excited were you?
It's exciting because it's like the third time I've done it.
And against a guy that you've probably wrestled 100 times. It's great to see Nate back on the mat, but he got your number in the battle the other day on senior night. So in your dual meet, so how good did it feel to get back and get that revenge tonight?
It feels 10 times better to be able to win again.
How many more times do you think you two will see each other this year?
At least 2 or 3 more times.
How great is it, though, to always compete against the best? I mean, iron sharpens iron. We love to see it out there. So how does it feel to have someone as an opponent to push you like that each week?
It feels good because we're making each other better every time we wrestle.
Absolutely. Well, it's always a pleasure to interview you after these and watch you as well. So congratulations and go enjoy being a 3-time county champion. Guys, an elite group that has done that. And Breyer Priest now joins them as a 3-time county champion. We've seen some great wrestling today. So exciting. Excited also to hear your thoughts.
Well, Hannah, I'm going to start out with this. He's in an elite group, and he's joined by an elite group, and you doing what you do. Thank you so much for what you brought to today's broadcast, not just on the social media aspect, but those post-match interviews. I mean, there's no better way to catch the passion and the love and the acceptance of knowing that these guys need to continue to work starting as soon as tomorrow. And Hannah just captured that, George, as soon as those kids came right off the mat, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and again, you never could be satisfied, right? Okay, yes, you either won a county title or no, you didn't, right? But now it's still back to work because obviously, if you're really in this and you're sold out to it, right? Your ultimate goal is to win a state title, right? So this is just part of that journey, right? And then too, at the end of the day, your ultimate goal is just to get better every time you step on the mat, and that was pretty cool to hear. Majority of every wrestler saying like, I understand, yes I won, but I still need to clean some stuff up. Right?
Without a doubt, and preach, G. I mean, I got to say amen after that, because it is part of the journey. It's part of the experience, and you're right. The ultimate goal, if you lost here today, all coaches have to do is look them in the eye. Is the ultimate goal still in front of you? Yes, sir. Okay, well, let's go work on getting that ultimate goal. Tonight, soak it up, realize what you did wrong. Tomorrow we get to work and we accept those, and then we move on as they give the awards out there for 138 pounds. Nate Roth jumping off. Clearly, he's not happy, but you know what? He'll be back.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt about it, and I want to welcome you all into our Quest School of Wrestling, a post-match show. We're going to go give you a rundown of what happened here. First, let's go, G.
I was going to say, while you're pulling that up, I have to highlight again and I think there were three. I can't remember the number. I think maybe 330.
320 was a total. Yes.
So 320 total entrants in for this week's action. 29 of those wrestlers, either AAA or AA, were ranked in the top 25. 15 of that 29 were ranked top 10, and 7 of that 29 were ranked in the top 5, right? So, and I didn't even break it down. Just, who was, we know Pitcher was as a returning state champion. He's won. But, that's, when you're thinking of a county tournament,
yeah,
that's pretty amazing.
It is. And again, it's just case in point to what I always say. We are the toughest county. Latrobe finishes in first with 252. Hempfield in second with a $188. Kiski in third, 159.5. Penn Trafford in fourth with 152. In fifth, Franklin Regional with 146. Mount Pleasant, 141. Seventh, Norwin, 109.5. Eighth, Burrell, 90. Ninth, Greensburg Salem, 85. Top 10, Southmoreland, 82. 11th, Derry with 70 points. 12th was Bell Vernon with 64. 13th, Ligonier Valley. 14th, Kiski School. 15th, Valley. And 16, York. So one heck of a two-day tournament. A very healthy mix of AAA and AA. I just announced a lot of AA schools there in the top 10. So that's how tough it is. Everyone says, well, AAA is better than AA. No, they're not. There's still great wrestling in AA. It's the overall depth of AAA. That's why they are AAA. But, of course, it should be just by the numbers. Numbers don't lie. You have more population, more enrollment in your school. You're going to be able to have more backups at 106, 113. We have another tweet. It would not be fair to let the day go by without sending props to at Westmoreland SN Sons and daughter Handmir's excellent job the past 2 days. That is our good friend Wrestling Jesus. Wrestling Jesus, thank you so much. That means so much to
wherever you are.
Wherever you are. I know you're in here somewhere, but I know you're in every gymnasium. But we know you're in here somewhere. It was funny after the broadcast Wednesday. He had a picture of Flick and I from across the gymnasium. So you know what? I don't want to know.
Well, and the same thing happened when we were covering a dairy match. It was a shot of the match, mid-match, from like somewhere up in the corner, and we instantly turn around and we're looking for it, but we can't find him.
Well, that's why he calls himself at Wrestling
and
Jesus. But thank you,
say,
Father.
Jesus is everywhere.
He is. He is indeed. They're doing some team presentations. They're taking some pictures of the Hempfield guys. They were the runner-ups. I know Hannah is going to grab Coach Mears, a.k.a. her dad. I see her running over there to get him now. Got to pull him away from some other media. She's going to bring him over, but I want to, we can cue up what happened here. How about, George? I'll start out at 106, and then you can go ahead and do 113.
Sure.
And Hannah able to chase down Dad.
Mm-hmm. Coach Mears is here.
Hold on here 1 second. Hannah, whenever you're ready, we're going to take it right over to you. Coach Mears, congratulations. Team title. Go ahead, Hannah.
Well, Dad, Coach Mears, all of your wrestlers were so excited today. 2 freshmen claiming county titles. Great battles out there, but what is your biggest coaching takeaway from a tournament like this?
Well, what I was most happy about was they worked as a collective team. We almost placed all 13. We had a second place, a backup place in this tournament. What we wanted to show was each event is its own event. Don't magnify it. Just wrestle one match at a time. And I think they did that pretty methodically all weekend, and that sends us to Colorado with kind of that mindset.
Yeah, in the Nate Roth-Breyer Priest match, we saw it the other day in the dual meet. Nate finally got it, but now they exchanged wins. How exciting is it for you, though, as a coach, to see Nate getting back on the mat and getting those big reps against guys like Breyer?
Well, that's the thing. It's not that you don't care. Sure, you want to win. Everybody wants to win. And it's weird that two of his first 5 matches back after 8 months has to be against the state champ. But it's better that way just to get his endurance building up, getting his shoulder in gear, because at the end of the year, it's about February 24th and March 4th and March 10th, 11th, and 12th. And this is the best thing to get him ready for that. So the outcomes, they are what they are, but tomorrow morning you're going to let him keep training for the real show.
And how exciting is it for you as a coach to know the future of your program with Willischau and Joseph? While I was interviewing Willischau, which he was very excited about, I had to stop and call Leo Joseph's match because the pin happened so quickly. So for the future of your program, how exciting is that with those two?
Well, I said in the paper last week, they're just quietly going about their business because we have so many high-profile names in the middle of the up. Everyone's forgetting we have these 2 freshmen down there, pretty much like 15-3 and 15-3, and they just quietly go out and win every night, come back off the mat. Just like today, you don't even notice they're here until they're out there, and all of a sudden, boom, boom. So for them, I told them, I said, look, if you want to be 4-time champs, the key is to be 1. So I thought for freshmen, they handled it all pretty well. It's a little bit intimidating your freshman year with all this going on around you. It's not like junior high. But I thought they both, with falls, showed that they're ready to go up a notch.
Well, I owe some thanks to you as well for giving me the knowledge to help call that match there right at the end.
Don't forget that.
Yeah, I won't forget that. But congratulations.
Thank
See you in Colorado next week.
Yes, sir.
Guys, a really exciting county tournament. Shout out to Latrobe and Hempfield there, finishing 1 and 2 in the team titles as well. Back to you to close it out for us. Thank you so much, Westmoreland fans.
All right, thank you, Hannah. I'm sorry. We'll start at... we'll just start at 138 and I'll work my way around. We have all of the top 6 place finishers at 138. Breyer Priest, Hempfield, Nate Roth, Latrobe, Polk, that is Jamison Peclembo, Mount Pleasant in 3rd. Nathan Stone of Franklin Regional, 4th. Logan Bechtold, Kiski area 5th. Andrew Johnson, Southmoreland 6th, 132. We're going to go backwards. Eli Carr, Hempfield 1st. Ryan Klingensmith, Kiski area 2nd. Greg Shawless, Mount Pleasant 3rd. Connor Henning, Norwin 4th. Nico Farah of Burrow in 5th, and Ben Pekarsik of Franklin Regional 6th, 126 pounds. Ethan Lieben of Hempfield, your champ. Hayden Coy, your runner-up out of Penn Trafford. Out of Latrobe, Lucio Angelico finishes in 3rd. Justin Bass, Franklin Regional 4th. Antonio Giordano of Kiski area 5th, and Dustin Blows, Mount Pleasant, rounds out the top 6, 120 pounds. Vinny Kilkiri, your champ out of Latrobe. He was your champion. Troy Homan, the runner-up out of Penn Trafford. Burles Coop Hornack was 3rd. Suleiman Ba out of Kiski School 4th. Luke Passarelli of Norwin 5th. Sean Kane, Mount Pleasant 6th. 113 pounds. Leo Joseph out of Latrobe, your champ. Giovanni Beatrice of Derry 2nd. Calio Zanello of Burrell 3rd. Owen Caracciolo of Hempfield 4th. Austin Lidacker, Latrobe 5th. And Austin Wong of Norwin in 6th. The little guys, 106 pounds. Luke Willischau, Latrobe, your champ. Runner-up, Ty Capusta out of Franklin Regional. Joseph Longhigh out of Mount Pleasant, 3rd. Dylan Klim, Derry in 4th. Clayton Kramer, 5th place out of Kiski area. And Connor Mullen, Norwin, your 6th place finisher. The big guys, Bill McChesney, Greensburg, Salem. Wyatt Held, Latrobe in 2nd. Joe Enoch, Penn Trafford, 3rd. Mason Niederheiser finishing in 4th. Mullet Man out of Southmoreland. Perry Riggle, Bell Vernon in 5th. Stone Joseph, Kiski area in 6th. 215. Dayton Pitzer, your champ out of Mount Pleasant. Corey Boria, your runner-up at Latrobe. Eli Benakonski out of Hempfield, 3rd. Caleb Chismar finishes in 4th out of Salem. Carter Diltz, Kiski area 5th. And Southmoreland's Anthony Govern, 6th. 189. Julianne O'Marion, your champ out of Franklin Regional. Owen Ott of Penn Trafford, your runner-up. Cole Clark, Burrell, 3rd. Tyler Lynch, 4th. Latrobe. Christian McChesney, Greensburg, Salem, 5th. Luke Breyer, Bell Vernon, 6th. 172 pounds. Logan Hoffman, your champ. Good shot of Austin Shaw, the runner-up trophy. You going to go give it some, what are the wings called? Sweet? Sexy, yeah. Go give that thing some sexy wings. Logan Hoffman, your champ at 172. Sam Snyder, your runner-up out of Latrobe. Bryson Robinson comes in 3rd for Southmoreland. He pinned Adam Hall for 3rd and 4th. Nico Zanella, Burrell 5th. Daniel Beck, 6th out of Hempfield. G, bring it home.
Going on in 160, we have our champ out of Kiski area, Enzo Marlacki. Our runner-up out of Penn Trafford, Wesley Stahl. Franklin Regionals, Gavin Beck in 3rd. Christian Hyrak out of Derry in fourth. Connor Johnson out of Mount Pleasant in fifth. And Connor Chilinsky out of Hempfield in sixth place. 152-pound champion Jack Pletcher out of Latrobe. Runner-up Chase Kranis out of Norwin. Kiski area's Mark Gray took third. Trevor Swartz out of Greensboro-Salem placed fourth. Tristan Ice out of Southmoreland. I just like saying that. Tristan Ice.
Yeah, I know. It's cool.
Out of Southmoreland taking fifth. And Dominic Hartman out of Penn Trafford finishing in sixth. Out of 145, returning state champ Finn Solomon out of Franklin Regional was our champion. Hempfield's Lucas Capusta was a runner-up. Third place finisher out of Kiski area, Ethan Connor. Chuck Parkins placing fourth from Valley. The Norwin's Nate Campbell in fifth place. And our sixth place finisher out of Burrow, Isaac Lazinski. Those are our finals and our champs.
Gee, thanks so much. It's always a pleasure to cover right next to you. As our Quest School of Wrestling Post final show continues, I want to invite Marky K on. Marky K's been down on mat number 1, and I don't know if you heard this, Marky, but I got a huge thank you to you and Robbie and Hannah, of course, for your help, of course, Flick and Kelly. But last night, 4 mats, we had over 5,000 viewers. And guess whose mat had the most viewers?
3, baby.
Mat 3, it's got to be G.
Mat 1.
Mat 1 had the most
Marky
viewers.
K, yep.
Well, I appreciate those kind words. Yep. Obviously, thank you to Westmoreland for all you guys do. Having me on, had a blast this weekend. 5,000 viewers yesterday.
Yes.
Man, that's all you can ask for. But, the credit's got to go to these wrestlers. We wouldn't have those viewers without the great wrestling going on. So, great job to all the wrestlers, teams competing. We saw great high-level wrestling, as we always do at this tournament. Mm-hmm. And I'm just glad to be a part of it in some facet of it. Thank you to you guys for covering all you guys do. So much appreciated. Much love to you guys.
Thank you so much. Appreciate the kind words. Your thoughts real quick on some of those finals. Anything that you thought should have gone the other way? Any predictions, big surprises?
Surprises, predictions, didn't look into it that much. I was looking forward to some of those matches. We had seen Briar Priest and Roth wrestle a few nights ago. We get that rematch again. Obviously, the Kokiri-Homan matchup was one everyone had their eyes on heading into the tournament. And then we had some other kind of outlier guy. Owen Otta, Penn Trafford, comes in as the 4 seed, upsets the 1 seed. He makes it to the finals. A great match with Giuliano Marion. So credit to both of those guys. Down on my end on mat 1 and 3rd and 4th place bouts, we had a lot of good high-level wrestling there. A couple close bouts, a couple early falls, but at the end of the day, the kids competed hard, I thought, and that's all I can ask for as a fan of the sport, watching kids go out and compete.
Off the subject of wrestling now, everybody knows we love wings. We go out for wings all the time. It's just what we do. Last night we got to enjoy wings called Sexy. Your opinion, Mississippi Mud or Sexy? Which one's better?
That is tough.
I'm surprised that you're even thinking about this right now.
I'm not thinking about it. I have it's tough, but I have an answer, and it's
Marky
Mississippi
K, this
Mud.
could be your last. Okay, I was going to say
Mississippi Mud.
Yes.
I've heard about this Mississippi Mud for a year now. Never had them. I had the opportunity not long ago, and they did not disappoint. Give me a side of blue cheese with them. Maybe 1 or 12 napkins, and we're good to go. So I'm going Mississippi Mud. I'm looking forward to having them again soon.
Attaboy. Hey, don't forget to go to westernpasports.com. westernpasports.com. Ken Reeby and Barry Rieger do such a fantastic job catching athletics, not just wrestling, but obviously we're talking to wrestling fans. Go to that website. They're going to load up all these photos. They are for purchase. Support westernpasports.com. The effort, the energy, the passion that these gentlemen put in to promoting and providing you with the opportunity to purchase these pictures. And they're not expensive. It's not like you're buying, some Monet. Okay, you're going to buy these pictures that are forever. Do you like that kind of analogy? I just kind of rolled right out. I was trying to think. I'm like, oh, my God, I need to know an artist because I know nothing about art. But an artist is right there in Ken Reeby. So go to westernpasports.com. Support what him and Barry do. I know he's probably going to have those photos up this evening, maybe tomorrow to be safe. So, yeah, he's had a long day. He's been getting his steps in here. So, yeah, big thanks to Ken Reeby for all that he does. And let's just continue the thanks. Obviously, all of our sponsors. You saw all of the commercials. We got to give a huge shout out to Busy Beaver for their presenting sponsorship of this 2-day championship. We have to take it to John Peterman, the athletic director here, who's doing it all. He's up there now in the bleachers cleaning. This man does it all. You can see that the mats are already cleaned up, so his volunteers. There's Frankie with the dolly right in front of us. That's my man Frankie. He's the head custodian here. Major thanks to him. Kiski area, the administration here has been nothing less than superb. The Westmoreland County Coaches Association for having us out here on the call. All of you out there, all of our viewers, everybody that emailed, tweeted, texted, called, we love you. We do it for you. We do it for the kids. First and foremost, it's for the kids. We have fun. Yeah, we're high energy. Yeah, we're a little bit goofy. Yeah, I say off-the-wall stuff. But in the end of the day, we have a lot of fun as I get a kick out of Marky K right there. Anything to close it out, G?
I do want to say, throw a big thank you out to Jeff Upson for providing those PA Power rankings. And I also want to say that he's going to have to do some updates due to some of the matches we saw here tonight, because there's going to be some shakeups in some of those weight classes. But yeah, it was a great county tournament, and I think it was on my Facebook feed. A memory came up, and I think it was from our first county tournament that we did over in, was that Norwin? Over in Norwin, and it brought a little tear, to my eye.
It did. It was sentimental. Well, the first ones we did were at Franklin Regional, but you weren't on yet. It was Flick and I. But yes, I saw that come up. I guess they call it Time Hop. The cool kids, that's what they call it.
Well, it's your memories.
It's your memories. Okay. Geez, like I already said that. So what's next for WSN? Well, I'll tell you what's next. We have just Tuesday, so there's really no break for our voices. Tuesday, January 11th, and this could be a good one. Norwin at Latrobe. Norwin had some guys out. We've seen what Latrobe can do. We've seen them, perform not just in dual meets, but they're also a tournament team. They proved that. And, we talk about it all the time. These kinds of tournaments are won on the backside of the brackets, and I'll tell you what, they had a lot of guys place, and that's exactly why they're the champion.
That's exactly what I said this morning before that round started. I went through the team score, and I said, you know what, this is where the teams are at right now, but there could be a lot of moving and shaking because these Concy rounds, that's where tournaments are won, right in these rounds.
Indeed. So I guess we will catch up with all of you on Tuesday, January 11th. It will be from Latrobe. And I heard Latrobe is wrestling at college style now. They're killing the lights and firing up a spotlight. Hannah is confirming that with a head nod. So it's
that's
going to be
old
a little
school.
bit. It is.
Brookville used to do that. You weren't on the team when we wrestled Brookville, but they used to shut it all down, pitch black, and spotlight right on the mat out in Brookville.
I love it. So we'll catch you this Tuesday from Latrobe. Norwin will take a trip down Route 30 and visit. And again, a big thanks to all of you, our sponsors. We love you all. Thank you so much. So I got a lot of people as we sign off for Kelly Flickinger, for Dan Flickinger, for Hannah Mears, for Mark Kasanowitz, for Robbie Waller, for George Carter. I am Smitty. You've just watched the 68th Annual Westmoreland County Coaches Association WICA Wrestling Tournament Finals and 2-day event, all presented by Busy Beaver. For all of us here, take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.